I don't think Dingo Pictures takes itself seriously. I really hope it doesn't. It's very unusual that when I'm discussing a film, I'm going to direct you to somebody else's review, but that's exactly what I'm going to do. And if I remember to link the video in the description, I will. But Phelan Porteous has done a fantastic analysis of this film. It's called Lucy and Lionel in the UK, and its German title is Artige Katzen. As I'm sure you can tell, this is a rip-off of the Aristocats. And I use the word rip-off lightly. It's exceptionally loosely based on the Aristocats, by which I mean they've taken some of the images of the cats and made them slightly similar. And honestly, I was going to say I'm not going to spoil anything here, but that's absolutely rubbish. Of course I am. I'm going to tell you exactly what this is like and why it's so bad and why it blatantly does not take itself seriously. Now, the whole thing itself is only 25 minutes. It's not a feature film. It is a short. And there were a lot of things that I noticed that were wrong with it. But Phelan Porteous points out a lot more, and he actually had the DVD, so he's got the English content. I couldn't find the English version anywhere. But you can also hear the English voiceover. There is one point where the narrator actually fluffs their lines and has to double back and repeat the line correctly. And they just left that in the edit. There are so many other things wrong with this, but I'll get into that in a moment. Basically, 1995 film directed by Roswitha Haas, and basically is about these kittens, Lucy and Lionel, and their mother, Lauren, who is a blatant rip-off of Marie and Duchess in a kind of hybrid Toulouse and Berlioz. And they have an owner, Mrs. MacDonald, and they go on vacation. And there's more to it than that. In fact, that's a lie. There isn't more to it than that in terms of the narrative, but in terms of the things that are wrong and where the location is terrible. Ordinarily, I'd sit and tell you all of this information and all of these things that are wrong, but I don't want to, because I have to thank Phelan Porteous for pointing a lot of these things out. If it's something I didn't notice when I watched it, I will refer you to his video, because I'm not going to, tread on his toes, even though I'm a tiny little YouTuber and he's exceptionally successful. But there are many things wrong with that. The main issue, though, above the narration, above the lack of plot, is the animation style. First of all, in terms of copying the design of the Aristocats, I think they did a reasonable job of that. Duchess is Duchess, to the point where I actually think they traced Duchess. In terms of the kittens, the colouring is terrible. A kitten goes from grey to white. Bearing in mind Thomas O'Malley is my childhood favourite Disney character and one of my favourite Disney cats, the treatment of this character, who is meant to be slightly representative of O'Malley, is just not great. They've basically just coloured in the Duchess character a slightly more ginger colour. You'll notice as well on the poster artwork for the marketing for the German version, O'Malley is grey. Well, the O'Malley hybrid is grey. Lauren is pink. One of the cats is green. It's absolutely mental. There's a fake Thumper in this. A kind of bunny that looks like Thumper from Bambi, and the geese are in it, and it's just abysmal. It's so bad. It's entertaining. And there are bits where the illustration, the animation has been so poorly edited. There are just bits of tails missing and everything. It is so bad that I feel like they edited it in about 25 minutes. They probably edited it in real time. Honestly, it's not good. I didn't expect it to be good, but it's so bad. You need to watch it. Certainly, the way I'd recommend doing it is maybe watch a foreign language one all the way through, see how many mistakes you spot, and then check Porteous's content, and he breaks down this thing fantastically well, and then see how many other issues you didn't spot. Honestly, it's hilariously bad, and I will be checking out Dingo Pictures' other Disney rip-offs. There's a Dalmatians one, I think there's a Lion King one, which I'm particularly looking forward to. Maybe that's not the right phrase. But yeah, honestly, this is one of my childhood favourite films. Thankfully, they haven't destroyed the film. It's laughably bad. I don't think it was meant to be good. I don't think they set out to create a masterpiece. But it is unnervingly weird and quite pointless. But at the same time, I recommend you watch it because it's quite an experience.